Money out here, young man, for cardio here, you die, bro, tryna play victim. The little ideas I told me, people go broke until that get real big on. Reincarnated with love. I'm trying to twin back down when up. No more handshakes and hugs. The energy I'm sipping like new ones. Everybody must be judged. This town got on the paper and us. 20 years there, still got thinking. And the killers just bear truth. Let it get stick for the vision that comes. Ready to get this time, it's fuck you. Carrying heavy hearts right now. I can pound with them for the Olympians too. Carrying various birds right now. I deserve this bitch like Tiramisu. We gon' body, I hate your body. I'm probably a better masseuse. Really don't bother nobody, but they wanna call me and find out to clear out the room. You would not get the picture if I had to sit you for hours in front of the moon. You would not have the soul in it if I told you to stand next to Johnny and you. Starting with nothing but government cheese, but now I see the government too. You in the rooms, the color was tan and brown, but now the 102. You behind said I'm the greatest back when you debated the number one and number two. Papa was always hilarious to me. You carry your cookie that rung at the world, all the boys and girls. I got some true stories to tell. You back outside, but they still not. Whoa, yeah. Take off the phone, take off the project, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the money phone, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white eyes, take off the weird ass jewelry. I'ma take 10 steps and I'm picked on top high. Take off the birthday trees and the microwave me, miss a real world outside. Take off the Chiron, take off the sunset, take off the counter, take off the Sandro, pay 5 days, stay kick for the mirror and the back door. Take off the front line, take off the section, take off the top with the hot badge. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off the decisions I made. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake boom, take off the unbroke got gear. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that I found from jump real. Take off the shit down, take off the dope take off the virgin bag. Take all the design and push it off and what do you have, bitch? You ATM, you stepping up. Who they think they talk about?
Welcome back to the channel. This is your boy P, and I appreciate y'all coming through, checking me out. If it's your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel because you've been missing out on these Kendrick Lamar and SZA mashup. Now, the last video I did was about these Drake fans and the things they had to say about this GNX store. And there were a few things in there I said I got to correct. And one of them was that Toronto is culture. What I meant to say was Toronto has hip-hop culture in it, and they understand what real hip-hop is, and Drake isn't real hip-hop. So that, you know, because y'all got me in the comments, but that's what I like. Y'all keep me in check. And I got another mashup for y'all. In this mashup, I got a little mixture of everything, you know. As you see there, Kendrick is performing Bodies or Tiramisu. We're not sure what we're calling that song yet, but he really recently started performing this at the end of the show now. Not at the end, I'm sorry, at the beginning of the show. But he didn't do that for the entire show, which tells me that there's a possibility he's getting ready to unveil that song. That song is getting ready to drop soon, whether it's with Black Hippie or with the creators. This song's getting ready to drop soon, so we may hear the rest of this song because now he's going to Europe. So he's not going to just take off without leaving us something. He's going to leave us something behind. And I'm assuming it's going to drop before this Clips album drop, because that's going to be probably the most controversial album that comes when that Clips album come out with that K-Dot verse on it that's supposed to have a little spice on it. So like I said, I always try to bring y'all good video, right? And make sure that what y'all getting is really well. And I'm going to bring this video up quick early because it's a triggering video and I want to get it out of the way. And hopefully I can make it through it, but let's get it.
But my second point is, how many funerals does Drake need? We about a year removed, and I think we're on his 5th funeral. And it's funny because the song that really hinted at the first sign of jealousy and animosity from Kendrick was Buried Alive on Drake's Take Care album. Drake flipped it on his head for Buried Alive Part 2, where he's like, the only way that you can be in my spot is if I'm in a pine box. The lyrics just hit different because you can see they're really doing everything they can to put Drake in a figurative pine box. Like, this is the 6th funeral that he's been a part of. And meanwhile, the song is ringing off in Dubai, and it's not even his performance.
I can't play that. That's right there. Yeah, we're gonna let that run because I'm not gonna run that on the. Yeah, it's just we don't want to hear that song. And he did colonize that song right there too. By the way, he ain't saying nothing but listening to. And the crazy thing is, he's not even his concert.
Nationwide tour performing a diss track to sell tickets. He doesn't need to mention other rappers to sell tickets. And his songs are going to ring off regardless of how many planned funerals y'all have for him. The last thing I'll say on this is that I see this as quote tweeted, stadiums are for funerals, when in reality that's just another sign of Kendrick not being anti-industry. Doing stadium performances benefits the label and Live Nation more than it benefits the fans by far. And it's crazy because people really try to say that Drake can't do a stadium tour, or people have done
Oh my God, where is it? Where is it? These guys push the narrative like it's crazy. Like, do you hear what he's saying? He's basically saying it's a bad thing to do a stadium tour because that benefits the labels.
not being anti-industry. Doing stadium performances benefits the label and Live Nation more than it benefits the fans by far. And it's crazy because people really try to say that Drake can't do a stadium tour, or people have done stadium tours before him and he can't do one, when in reality his label was pushing for him to do a stadium tour in October of 2011, 14 years ago.
Yes, nobody's saying that's not true. I'm gonna say this now. Drake in that time should have and could have done a stadium tour. That was his big moment. But now he cannot. He cannot. And I stand 10 toes down on that. I know somebody that got 11 toes. Yeah, really. But Drake can't do no stadium tour anymore. Once in a lifetime he did, but those superpowers got neutralized. Sorry.
Drake could have been on the stadium tours. The exact tour was for was the Club Paradise tour, which was actually the tour he took that other guy on, as well as ASAP.
Oh my. What other guy are you talking about, sir? Are you referring to Sir Kendrick Lamar, the other guy? So you just basically admitted if Drake was able to do a stadium tour, because you're the one picked the specific date, brother. And what do you know? Kendrick is on that. So you're basically saying that was the year he was supposed to do the stadium tour with Kendrick Lamar. And that was, you said it, not me. You said it. ASAP Rocky, he was there too. I remember that. That's what y'all heard, right? That's what he said. Let me run it back. I'm pretty sure I heard he said that guy. He's not going to call him by the name because, it's like the boogeyman.
Stadium tours before him, and he can't.
You can't say the boogeyman name 2 or 3 times. I dare you to say it.
And doing, when in reality, his label was pushing for him to do a stadium tour in October of 2011. 14 years ago, Drake could have been on the stadium tours. The exact tour was for was the Club Paradise tour, which was actually the tour he took that other guy on, as well as ASAP Rocky and a bunch of other artists. And instead of doing a stadium tour, he actually hit college amphitheaters and multi-purpose arenas. Ultimately, the reason is that he wants to be able to put on a more intimate and cohesive performance for his fans, because that's what it's about, the music and his fans. It's not about the brand deals, it's not about the label, it's not about how much profit you.
Now, anybody out there, especially Drake fans, honestly, do you think Drake turns down a stadium tour? Do y'all think he turns it down? Because as far as I know, every artist out there try to get the most amount of money whenever they're out here. If the promoters are saying, hey, we can get you to do 3 sellout shows at MetLife, you think Drake is saying, nah, I want to just do some high school parties? That ain't happening, right? Because if that's kind of what you're telling me, he want to be more intimate. He want to be more intimate. What are you talking about? He's a celebrity. Who turns down a stadium to do high schools? So you're saying that weird shit is real? That's what you're saying? You want to be more intimate and small. What?
Can make It's about the intimate experience you can create with the fans. If you do that, the money will come. He's spoken on this multiple times, and this is just one of the many receipts. And you can see Drake even saying, I fought for this tour really hard because, of course, they, as in his label, wanted him to go for the big bucks, go into stadiums and cash out. But he really made the album for the same people that supported him since day one, so I can't sell out. So everyone's having this conversation about Kendrick selling out the tour, he's gonna sell out this. Drake's just worried about not selling out. And I think that speaks volumes to who is actually anti-industry and who is being used as...
I told you he was going to trigger y'all because you see, he got me triggered. And this guy has a goddamn podcast or whatever. He's pushing this stuff out to people, and people are believing and liking it. They're liking what he's saying. They think it's true. It's real. Man, that stuff is... Listen, I watch that, because I'm the one that go find these clips and find ways to edit them down to make it look palatable to you guys. And some of the stuff he was saying in there, I'm like, man, are we not sharing the same planet? Are we not hearing the same type of music? Everything just really ain't for everybody.
People be like, I never heard somebody get in a car and say, turn on that new Kendrick Lamar. Listen, there's a world that exists outside of you and your bum-ass friend group. Nobody cares.
That's exactly how I feel. Leave me in my goddamn world, let me be. Mind your goddamn business. Still go on that side of the street and keep walking like you ain't seen nothing. That's why I say, you cannot fake influence. No matter what propaganda they try to push online between Akadidi and all these people, they was trying to push a false narrative for people to believe what's going on in other cities. But the city showed up and showed what's really there. And it showed that the people there love GNX tour. Here they go.
It's supposed to be free food, supposed to be free hoodies and everything. Yeah. I know, but nothing's happening.
Got tickets to the show?
Nah, we're here for OVO Fest.
Oh, that's going down?
OVO
Where's
Fest.
that happening?
Right here.
Right here?
Right here.
So this is Team OVO right here.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
When does it start?
Well, it's supposed to start now. I don't know what's going on.
How do you feel about the people that bought tickets for this?
Waste some money, in my opinion.
They must heat money still. I agree with them. They must heat their money.
This is the OVO team right here?
Yeah,
This is
what's
Team
up?
OVO. What would you say, obviously, Toronto, right?
Yeah.
What would you say about anyone from the city that bought a ticket to this?
Honestly, they just still have no loyalty to the city. You know what I mean? Because Drake really put us on the map. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for him, the city wouldn't be where it is today.
So this is a violation?
Yes, it's a hella violation.
But at the end of the day, man, when it comes to music, they love the music, and that's what it is. But at the end of the day, if you really are, loyal to the city and put some love and respect on it, then that's what it comes down to.
What would you say to anyone that bought a ticket to this show?
Y'all not loyal for real. That's crazy. That's some crazy shit. Like, you keep that to yourself, bro. I'm here. I'm repping Drake, bro.
When's it start? When's it starting? When are you guys gonna play music or like what's gonna happen?
I just got the update. I'm thinking like this is not really like supposed to be free food, supposed to be free hoodies and everything. Yeah, I know, but nothing's happening. Like I don't know what the hell. That's what I was saying.
You think it's a troll?
Yeah, I think it's a troll. I think that
We were talking about that because I felt like the flyer might have been a troll.
It seemed like it was too good to be true. Like it genuinely seemed like, oh, free hoodies and pizza. That's way too crazy.
Uh-oh. So, so is it a troll? Is that what they're saying? Because this was supposed to be some big thing that was going to go down. They were going to show up. There was so many different reports on this. And, when you try so hard to take down something that's good for people, spirits will interrupt those intuitions. And things usually happen that normally wouldn't happen that distinguish those things. And that's just bad energy trying to do things they're not supposed to do. So things take care of themselves. But ain't too many of these people around here. And they don't even sound like Drake fans. But I don't really know what Drake fans sound like now. But it's just insane to me. Because if I don't like an artist, I'm not going outside their show to protest. Like, why am I giving up my precious time to go do something senseless like that. That's
Drake, come here, baby. Let me hold your hand when I say this. Drake sits up here and gets on this internet damn near every day and is proving that he is indeed not like us. Like Drake literally sat up here and thought buying all the floor seats at Kendrick's concert in Toronto was gonna stop his show.
yeah.
You literally becoming the Karen of the hip hop world. Like, how are you not seeing this?
I've been saying that for a while. Drake has been a Karen. And one of the things that I noticed in this whole beef, this battle thing with Kendrick was that he really thought UMG was going to stop Not Like Us. And what I'm kind of seeing now is that he was responsible for shutting down a lot of music that was supposed to come out. And he put cease and desist on a lot of songs, and music got held up because they were in litigation. And he did a lot of that to a lot of artists. But because of Kendrick being independent and they can't control what he put out, because you see they try to do it with the Cliff's album, they were trying to silence him the same way. And who knows how much music he silenced and got to shut down because the narrative wasn't in his direction. He's a colonizer for real. That's things that he did.
Borderline embarrassing the shit that you're doing. That's how I know nobody around you is letting you know that you look like a clown. How are they not telling you? And you playing with the wrong man right now. He's playing chess, not checkers, baby. He say, oh, you bought them floor seats? They already paid for? That money in my pocket? Well, guess what, Toronto? Y'all get a free show. And y'all get on this wait list for free tickets. It's about 20,000 people on the wait list to see Kendrick Lamar for free. Like, what? Like, first it's the lawsuits. You say that we blew up the song. Nah, baby, that song was what it was because it is what it is. Now, you buying floor seats thinking you 50 Cent and people gonna clap it up for you like he did with Ja Rule.
No.
Baby, you're not 50 Cent.
Nope.
You're Drake, a.k.a. Wheelchair Jimmy, a.k.a. Hip Hop Karen. No, but in all seriousness, I just hope you learn from this and you sit your ass down. Like, I feel like, Drake, you would have been cool. Like, you lost the battle. Just be quiet. Sit under a rock for like year and a half and then drop some heat and people would have forgot. Now we looking at you like the goofiest nigga ever. But, hey, that's just my advice. Go do what you want to do, Karen.
I mean, that's kind of how everybody looked at it. We all said it when he first did it. Drake needed to go take a break, but he refused to do that. He stayed in the spotlight and stained his name into Bolivius. He is done. Finish. Finish him. I know they be doing it, man. They be secretly going to the show, have a good time. You know, we even see Akadidi showed up in Detroit. You think he showed up because he didn't want to see the show, because he wanted to boo the show? He wanted to see it. If you go back last year to his Spotify most listened to song, Euphoria was #1.
I've come to the conclusion that we're never getting a Some Sexy Songs for You tour in the North America. Like, did y'all see how Mandem? Did y'all see how Toronto cut up at the Kendrick Lamar concert? Them boys was crip walking all the way from Toronto to Ontario. Talk about who needs enemies when you have a hometown like that. Girls, let's wrap this up. We're never getting the Some Sexy Songs for You tour. Ever!
Man, listen. One thing we know, Toronto hates Drake because Drake didn't appreciate him when he had him. I don't think these people in this city would have been the way they are if Drake had took care of them. Listen, these Drake fans out here, they're keeping it real for Drake. Some of them, they're pushing the needle. But as we can see, even that fake OVO meetup outside Kendrick Lamar's concert at the Rogers Stadium in Toronto, there was only a few people out there. For the most part, most of them, I think, enjoyed the show. They didn't go in there with beat, you know. And we saw a couple of videos of them posting from in there. So it's not all Drake fans are like these 7 individuals standing outside the stadium that it might be. Maybe 7. European tours coming up. Y'all let me know if anybody's going to the European tour. And these are mashups coming back from the Cove. I had to cook it up. I'm going to see y'all in the next one soon.